What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the Samurai Radio Sports Network. And today I have 3 videos going out. This video, which is the free agent video, I have the first episode of a CFM. Just to give you guys a little bit of a background, I'm going to explain it in the CFM, but basically the Titans franchise video that it was, the 2 videos, were to see if you guys would be fine with me doing a different team than the Dolphins, and it got better feedback than I thought it would. So I have my official team that I've had for the past 2 weeks down pat, and I already have it done. So that'll come out later today, as well as I'll be having a video a little bit related to politics. So if you don't want to watch it, it's going to involve Tom Brady and Trump. So if you're not about that, then that's you. But just giving you a fair warning now so you know what that video is going to be about, and my opinion towards it. But yeah, so we're going to go into the free agency here. So this is yet another video about Miami Dolphins free agency, and I'm feeling the hype around it. I mean, the Pro Bowls today, I'm just getting my hype back for football because the playoff games have been really horrible, and there wasn't that much football this week, obviously, in talking wise, and it's all this Pro Bowl bullshit in my personal opinion, and I just wasn't feeling it. So that's why there weren't a lot of like amazing ass videos you guys like, at least that I think that I put out. I mean, yesterday I wasn't feeling well. I had a headache. That's not a lie. My head fucking hurt after that game. And then I had a video about the Heat that got not copyright claimed, but a copyright match. I don't know what the fuck it is, but I don't know. And then I had the free agency preview in terms of the salary cap, and I had a couple Heat videos in there. But now I'm gonna get back to going to my roots, which is that NFL shit. So we're gonna go here. So I purposely, if you go to this screen on Spotrac, it's going to bring you to free agents. It's not going to bring you to offensive line. So when you go here and you're on free agents, it's going to bring you to everybody, and it's going to go from top salary to bottom salary. So I went to the offensive line side of it because we obviously need offensive linemen more than anything. But we also need offensive linemen that are young. We can't get a guy like Andrew Whitworth, who's 35 years old. Even though he's playing still in his prime, we don't want Andrew Whitworth, 35 years old. We don't want that right now. So we want a guy who's young. But unfortunately, in terms of tackles, we don't want a tackle. We're trying to get a guard. So the big thing in terms of guards is you have Luke Jokel. I don't know if that's really the right choice there. Chance Warmack gets injured a little bit, but he could be a nice pick there. Ronald Leary could be a very, very good pick at this position. Not pick, but free agency signing. Either him, Zeitler, or Warmack. Maybe TJ Lang, but Lang's on the older side of things. But I would be fine with Ronald Leary, Zeitler, or Warmack, to be honest with you, at guard. If I had to pick a preference, it would be Zeitler. Zeitler's probably going to get up to $9 million in cap. Let's see what his market value is. Right now, they're saying that he should get 11.6. That should be his average contract. 5 years, $58 million. I could see it. I like how this is set up, actually, where it breaks it down to the ages when they signed. There's Colecchio Assembly's deal yesterday, not yesterday, but last year. That was 11.7. So I could see Zeitler getting that amount of getting that money. I wouldn't be too shocked, to be perfectly honest with you. When it comes to Luke Jokel, let's see what they have him at 1.8 at his average, which I could see. I wonder if it'll give you the sacks he's allowed. No, I don't know why it never does that. But I like that. I like that feature that they have there. So in terms of guard, I'd like to get Warmack, or I would like to get Zeitler, maybe even Ronald Leary. Let's see how much they predict Leary would get. Leary would be a little bit on the lesser, I guess you could say, from 11.6 to 9.1. Either way, around that range, I'd be perfectly fine with that. When it comes to defense, we got to look at our defensive line. Obviously, we have issues with the D-line. Not like really anything but that. I mean, the D-line is our biggest issue. And when you look at the top guys, I guess you could say, in terms of my opinion, would be JPP, Jabal Sheard, and I guess you'd have to throw Andre Branch in there. That's not really a very stacked defensive line in terms of playmakers. It was last year as well, besides Olivier Vernon, which is why we went to someone else. But let's look at the market value they have for JPP now. JPP wants Olivier Vernon money, And it looks like he might get a little bit less than that. Olivier Vernon got 85 mil with 17 mil average. I don't know if the Dolphins would be down to give him this much money, especially when they have so much money dealt to good old Mr. Ndamukong Suh. But I could see it. I really don't think that it would be a bad idea. I really like this deal. Honestly, if this was to be a deal to be signed, I wouldn't be mad. The one thing I would be mad about is if we sign Calais Campbell, because he's on the older side, but they might want to go older and young, or I guess older rather than younger. But when you look at guys around his, I guess you could say stature, he is better than most of the guys on this list. Besides, I guess you could say Michael Bennett. But besides that, it's really not that bad, I guess you could say. I mean, Michael Bennett's getting half a sack when he signed his. Mario Williams is getting 0.63. So these guys weren't really getting that many sacks per game, and everything was kind of on the low for them. So I could see him getting that type of money, but I wouldn't want Calais Campbell unless you're going to move into the defensive line and play him with Suh on the D tackle side. In terms of Jabal Sheard, I think he's probably at like 6. Oh, they have him at 8.6 million. Comparing him to Averill, Audric Curry, and Johnson. I would like Jabal Sheard. It looks like he's got a good amount of hurries and solo tackles, and he's on the 0.41 scale for sacks per game, which I really wouldn't mind it. Honestly, if you want to, I wouldn't, but I would rather us not. I mean, that's 6.5 sacks a year, which isn't a lot, so you gotta really take that into account. And then when it comes to Andre Branch, he's making 2.7 this year, and his salary is gonna spike up. He is not really the same guy in terms of giving us sacks, so I don't know. We might let him go. When it comes to defensive tackle, now this is where it gets really interesting for me personally, because you have guys like Dontari Poe, and where are they? Kawan Short, and I guess Brandon Williams. There's another one here, which is Jonathan Hankins. I don't know where. Okay, and Hankins here. They don't give a market value for Hankins, but they give one for Short, Williams, and Poe. So let's see what they think Poe would be at. And Poe's at 13 million to be defensive tackle. When it comes to his percentages, he is 0.08 sacks per game. He has 1.48 solo tackles and 0.064 fumbles with an average rating of 75.6. Not really what you want to see in terms of sacks per game, but in stops, it's pretty good. When it comes to Kawan Short looks to be getting $17.2 million this year, only comparable to Ndamukong Suh. That's when he was 28, getting $19 million. I don't think that they will want to give that much money to another defensive tackle. But when it comes to what he does and his production on the field, you see it's a 0.54 sacks per game, which isn't bad. That averages about 8 sacks a year. So it's not really too horrible. It's 8.5 sacks. So when it comes to defensive tackle, that's that. At defensive tackle, I don't think we're going to make a signing that big. I don't think we're going to make a splash. But let's look at Brandon Williams as well, see what his whole thing is here. 11.6 million. And it looks like it's the solo tackles, 2.13. So he gets a lot of run stops, which is what the Dolphins would need. That, once again, wouldn't be a horrible thing, but I don't think they'll make a defensive tackle signing. When it comes to linebacker, we need to look at inside linebackers, and there's not a lot of guys that jump off the page except for Dont'a Hightower, because since he's an inside linebacker, not an outside, you can just keep him back into that 4-3 as well as the 3-4. And this has him at 10.1 million market value, which isn't horrible comparing to Jamie Collins, who just signed his contract, Luke Kuechly, Levante David, and KJ Wright. All of these guys are great linebackers. Levante David is an outside linebacker, though, so that's a little weird there. This guy is a good run stopper. I mean, you see he has 3.31 solo tackles a game, stops a game, 2.17 QB hurries, a 1.17 QB hurries per game. So it's not that bad, and he's above the average rating. And I really like Dont'a Hightower. I've advocated for Dont'a Hightower how I want him. So I really, really would love that signing. The other signing I would love, as you guys know, is the signing of good old Melvin Ingram. I think Melvin Ingram's going to make a lot of money, and I think Chandler Jones will as well, and Nick Perry. But let's see what Nick Perry is here at 8.5. I think Nick Perry might make a little bit more than that, but we'll see. Once again, this guy is a 3-4 fit, so we're not really too high on anybody that's there are really not a lot of guys that are 4-3 fits for us. We look at Chandler Jones, he's going to get franchise tag, but in case he doesn't, that's what the predicted market value is, which is pretty fucking high, 16.2 million. I mean, these cap hits are going through the roof nowadays. When it comes to corners, we don't need any safeties. When it comes to corners, really the only guy on my list is Prince Amukamara. The only other one I guess you could say is Stephon Gilmore. He had sort of, I guess you could say, a down year in terms of what they wanted out of production from him. But that could be him. AJ Boye, but Boye is going to get paid. Then you have Logan Ryan as well, who's also an unrestricted free agent. So there are some options. If I was going to go with anything, it would be Boye. I'm thinking that he's going to get franchise tagged. But if not, I would love to get AJ Boye. If not Boye, either Prince Amukamara or Stephon Gilmore. I wanted Prince Amukamara last year, and I've always loved Prince Amukamara, and I still do. He was a Giant, so obviously me being a Giants fan as well as a Dolphins fan, more so a Dolphin than a Giant fan, I would love to see Amukamara come to my first favorite team after leaving my second favorite team as they signed Jelani Jenkins last year. And from there, that's really it. But I want to look at just really quick what they see for the market value for Kirk Cousins, what they think that people are going to pay for him. $23.6 million, a 4-year, $94 million deal. Sheesh, that is fucking crazy. It compares to, of course, our boy RT17. Let's look at him, and you see the money he's going to be making next year. $17 million in base salary. Sheesh. Fucking crazy. But I hope you guys did very much enjoy this video of the free agency breakdown. It's a little bit of a quick run through. I still need to go record the audio for the CFM, and I already recorded the Tom Brady video, so I hope you guys enjoy that. For those of you who have already seen the Tom Brady video, let me know what you guys think about it. I tried not to really dive into my political beliefs, I guess you say, too much, and I apologize if I did. But this is something that I feel very strongly about, not necessarily Trump, but just the whole thing in general. So hope you guys did very much enjoy. If you did, make sure to leave a like and make sure to subscribe to the channel. We are 30 away from 400 subscribers, and I cannot wait. We just hit 300 not too long ago, and it made me super, super happy. And every time I see that grow, it brings me joy, especially when I see the feedback you guys give in the comments, both hate and love. Means a lot to me. So make sure you guys subscribe if you have not already. And until next time, peace.